Oh yeah, I don't know how we're going to top that. So we'll go on to the Bellew of the Week for episode 440, I think, and see what we've got. Let's play an intro that we haven't played in quite a while. We love a bit of Tony on this podcast.
Woo!
Let's hear what his thoughts are on the future of the heavyweight division back in the day.
Is this a new career for you after you finish boxing to maybe be a pundit?
I believe to be a pundit you have to have really achieved and done something in your career. So for me, at the moment, am I a viable pundit? Maybe not. But do I know about boxing? Yes, I do.
How good is David Price?
The heir to the Klitschko throne. People think I'm crazy when I said it. I said it a long time ago. But it is what it is, mate. He is just the best. He's the best heavyweight in Europe, mate. Without a shadow of a doubt. The only people I'd think twice about putting him in with is Vladimir Klitschko. I'd put him in with Vitaly tomorrow. And I really, genuinely mean that.
Do you sincerely think he's the best we've got in this country, potentially wise or right now?
I believe he's the best in the country now, and I believe he's the best by a country mile. You know, okay, we've got another heavyweight out there in Tyson Fury, who, make no mistake, has improved, is not a bad fighter. But boxing for me is all about levels, and David Price is on another level, possibly even in a totally different stratosphere to Tyson Fury. He is that. The golfing class is that big, and if they got in the ring, you would see the golfing class. So, you know, for me, David Price is the best in the country. I believe he's already the best in Europe. He just needs a big fight. But, you know, listen, baby steps, because what's the rush? I believe we've got the best heavyweight in the world, the heir to the Klitschko throne. There's no need to rush it. You know, take your time, breathe it, and let him come through properly.
Vitaly Klitschko gets beat off fucking David Price.
Fury or good old Tony.
That's cheered me up after the
I don't
days
even
for the
think in
weekend
current.
boxing fight.
I don't even think in current form that David Price beats Vitaly Klitschko.
I wouldn't be surprised. Tony might feature later on in the Bellew of the Week. Who knows? He could win back his title. This is one I spotted this week in the newspapers. Aussie Ebony Bridges stuns in huge boxing victory. This is the fight the other week against Gangloff, where she sort of tripped up over the line. Oh, Ebony. There you are. She got the job done.
All Australia.
I haven't got the clip of this one, boys, but Welsh Ollie nominated Joe Fournier trying to get in the ring and trying to get his sombrero through the ropes. Andy, you mentioned you watched a few rounds of this. I didn't see any of it, to be honest.
Yeah, I watched the last 2 rounds of it, mate. It was tremendously awful. The best thing that happened to Joe Fournier last night. Remember when Ricky Burns fought Michael Gomez, and Gomez used to come out with a sombrero? It was my mate and nicked. If you go back and watch the fucking ring walk, you see somebody nicking the sombrero off him. That was my fucking mate Tony. Eh? So, somebody could have done that to fucking Joe Fournier last night. What a fucking shit fest that was. Dave Tays talking about, if Eddie Hearn knew what I was making for his fight, he'd have took the fight as well. Well, let me tell you, if it was any more than fucking 6 zeros, someone's getting bent over by, because there's no way, fucking zero, that David Hayes saw anything toward a million. If he got $1 million for that last night, I'm fucking shocked, because that whole card, whoever paid for it, needs to go and seek mental attention right now, because it is absolute fucking deplorable that you paid for it. Ask for a refund. Fucking complain under the Trade Descriptions Act if you have to. Get your money back, because that was a fucking shit fest there last night. He carried his mate for 8 rounds. Fucking hell.
Joe Fournier getting nominated then for his ring entrance. Dominic Henry has nominated Teofimo Lopez. If he's a tank, I'm a nuke. Hashtag blessed and grateful, says Teofimo, who might be seen in the ring soon. Who knows? He might not be. Dark Prince was responding here to the Jay Spencer Abbas Baru fight. DAZN Boxing, or someone who was tweeting to DAZN Boxing, was asking exactly what happened, and Dark Prince jumped in and said he got a left up to the body right outside his right elbow. He thought for a moment he could sustain the shot, but the homeostasis balance in his core made alternate arrangements. Dismayed, he sunk to a knee and pondered the turn of events and the prospects of his future.
Tremendous, get it right up you.
Oh, good stuff there from the fella. Liam Wynn has nominated the boy. His Westlife looking a bit rough these days.
Look at that. Cala's on the gear, isn't he? Look, see people didn't wear socks I can't take them seriously. They need bitch slap, man. Eddie,
He
Carla.
might no. Have to jump to this guy's defense now, right? Because he might have
You
like
do
the
the same
little
thing?
socks on the inside of the. You
Possibly.
know what I mean?
But look at old man Wilfred though, sitting there like a fucking human corpse.
I
Breathing
didn't know
corpse
he was
there,
even still going, to be honest.
Aye, he's still there. He's still there. He's got to get involved. Listen, everybody's riding this gravy train, mate. Of course the old man's involved. He's getting all pussy and views, you know.
Who the fuck is that on the far right, on our far right hand side?
That's
That's
Nisa Soyalen,
Nietzsche.
isn't it?
That's Callie's brother. That's
Yeah.
I think they're twins. I think.
Is he
Or something.
special?
Don't think you should be calling German fellas far right, Matty. That's a bit of a fucking generalization there.
Go on the lads. There we go. Next one, Mr. Anderson tweeted me in on this one. He said, I see Artman is in camp. Dallas, Texas TV. We've got a guy airboxing in the middle of traffic on Highway 67 in Dallas this afternoon. I thought it might be Errol. He's probably, he probably jumped out the car. Not sure where he is.
No, you throw out the car basically. That's what you're thinking. He got up, just like ding,
Just
ding.
like got upstairs saddle box and talk about Bulgaria's got a dongle.
The eyesight's not the greatest
So that
these
shut
days.
that
I'm
shit
not
up.
sure.
I wish Gabe was here to tell you guys how bad Dallas traffic really is, because that might be an honest reaction to what he's experiencing.
It might be. Who knows who it is, but anyway, there you go. We shall take that one. William McNamara has nominated MTK Global Boxing. Oh, I'm not too sure about this one. He says Fight Picks Past versus Present. In the third instalment of our Past versus Present feature with Fight Picks game, we match up an all-British showdown. Lennox Lewis versus Dillian White. Who wins?
Lewis by GBH, of course.
It's tough one.
Oh dear. Well, I'll tell you what, Andy. A better question is Dillian White versus Zelko. What is it? Well, I can't remember his name. Mavrovich or whatever.
Maravich or Markovic or something like that. Guy hasn't fought pro in 23 years. Right? He's coming back age 52 to have a fight against a guy who's 26-year-old. This is fucking boxing 2021. Oh, holy shit. But we're not being negative. We're trying to be positive. You fucking wankers.
It wasn't even on Triller.
Fucking hell. Exactly. Didn't he make it? Because I was asking what was the result. Oh, I never saw it, mate. It was the only way. So getting wrapped up. Though. What happened? Did he fucking pull a cactus on the way out the ring or something? Did he get his hands wrapped or something?
Are they speaking of Lennox or Lennox?
Lennox. Lennox.
Oh yeah, Bellew of the week for PBC. Just come into my head actually. The PBC on Fox is getting as bad as us, I suppose. I can't say anything, but they're all located around the ring, away from each other because of COVID, and they've got this really bad lag going on. So you've got Lennox not really sure where he is as it is, Brian Kenny and Joe Goose and Mr. Denham all trying to talk over each other all the time. They need to sort that shit out, man.
Mate, that's just quality. Brian Kenny's just like out there these days. He's on like acid just now. Acid travel trip. Fucking Lennox. Just Lennox. And fucking Joe Goossen's just like, he's just usually that surfer dude with the fucking Ray-Bans and that, Fucking
Any
biker
format
dude
where
and
they're all talking over each other is never going to work anyway.
No. It's never going to last.
like,
Goosen gets really offended when you disagree with him. Like he gets like audibly pissed off whenever any of them disagree with what he says.
who?
Goosen.
Oh, Goosen. Oh, well, I suppose. Well, look what he did with fucking Corrales, man. You better get inside him now, bitch.
As long as he didn't sell Diego the coke, I don't know that it matters.
Yeah.
Fine head of hair. Dillian White, he says, I see Gypsy Coward, Gypsy King 101, wrong tagging, back on the white lines again. Hashtag don't do drugs, says Dillian White. Obviously, he's giving advice there to everybody, I suppose, from personal experience. Value of the week for Mr. B Sample himself, says Terry Woodfine. Clearly, that high on the performance enhancers, he tagged in the wrong Gypsy King matter.
Jesus Christ, wasn't that prescient of me to just mention fucking cocaine literally 2 seconds before you read that off? The universe. We're in the fucking Matrix. We're in the Matrix. By the way, Matrix 4 in theaters soon.
We're just dodging pain for shit these days rather than bullets. We're in the Matrix.
Those are the days. Dillian White getting nominated anyway. Excuse me. There's hope for my writing career. Yes, this is a hell of a sentence, says Bob Dobalina to Dan Raphael. Bert Sugar couldn't have done it better himself. Pure poetry. This is from Dan, writing his fight report on the fight on Friday night. Conceição fought well for most of the first half of the fight, but Valdez took over in the second half and won 115, 112, 115, 112, and a surprisingly wide 117, 110 to retain his 130-pound belt he was defending for the first time since taking it from Miguel Bechelt in a dominating upset that ended with a spectacular one-punch left hook knockout in the 10th round on February the 22nd in Las Vegas.
Take a breath, Steve. Get that mask on.
Fucking hell, what's the comma done to offend him?
It's a good job Dan wrote that instead of trying to say it himself. We'd have fucking never seen him again.
It'd be like you walking up a flight of stairs.
He was actually eating at the same time as he was typing that, trying to get it done too quick.
That block of text has less periods than a 55-year-old woman.
Speaking of 55-year-old women, what's that?
Aye, 55, mate. That's a famous number again there, Matthew.
Fuck off with that shit.
Ben Thorne's nominating Oscar. Oscar's having a go at Valdez. These drugs cost a lot of money. They don't put them in fucking tea bags, says Ben. He also nominated Eddie Hearn for saying
tea bags about it.
The Fury Wilder fight isn't selling out, so he's calling out White. That'll sell a US pay-per-view. Eddie, you fud. I did not screenshot the second part, but I forgot to upload it, so sorry, Ben, but we do take your point there. Here, Andy, this was the best part of Friday night on DAZN, the Hergovich card. Service interruption. Sorry for the technical issue. We're doing all you can to get back in the game. Don't worry, boys. There's no rush.
Back in the game. I can't wait for Eddie to get that phone call. Come at my office, bitch.
That's what I meant by game changes. It means you just can't see it now. That's still going on, but you just don't have access to it.
It was the third round of the Ryder fight, and thankfully they blessed us all with showing us between fights later on, because God knows we couldn't have lived if we didn't know what happened in that 3-minute stretch of the ever-important evolution of John Ryder's career as he balloons up to eventually become a heavyweight opponent for some British chump that ends up with one of the fucking belts, a gold, interim, silver, global, universal, Miss America, something, they'll give it to him though. They'll give it to him and it'll be live on DAZN.
Oh, that was good. I love the way they went back and showed that the Ryder fight.
If your name's Charlo, there's no fights for you. So you need to be on DAZN ASAP. Even Ed.
If your name's Charlo, you're going to have to stick to fighting waitresses in a restaurant to get your money back.
Exactly.
Am I the only one?
Charlo has Eddie's credit card to fight in restaurants. Fucking Eddie guy make fights.
Am I the only one who thinks that Charlo sounds like an old John Wayne movie?
I haven't heard him talk for a while. Oh dear. Yeah, evening, Eddie. Talking of comb overs, where's your comb over, Connor? It's your mate, Paulie Malignaggi. You should have gone to the British Hair Clinic, Rob.
He's gone to, what's he gone to? He's gone to getmorhair.co.uk.
That's like a We Buy Any Car of hair transplants in it, that.
It's cinch.com.
They're like the top rank to Matchrooms. They're like the top rank to the British Hair Clinic's Matchroom.
He dyed that beard as well, though. Look at the state of that man. He's fucking. It looks like.
Paulie, that's just how they're sneaking you the vaccine there, buddy. You fell for the government's trick just because you wanted a lush, full head of hair.
And he sent that one into the group chat, right? And I was on the deck laughing when I opened it. And I was because for 5 seconds I was looking at it going, who is this guy? He looks familiar, man. I can't fucking. Wait, I got it. It's Paulie Malignaggi. I see it. I got straight hair.
I thought it was going to end up being a picture of the CIA injecting mind control serum into one of the 9/11 hijackers.
He's redeemed himself. He's back now. He's back. That was better, Matty.
He looks like a Botox Lego sex doll, doesn't he? Like Eduardo. I don't know what's going on there.
Well, I would love somebody to challenge Paulie on online about him getting his hair replacement just to see what his reaction would be, because he's not sensitive at all. So he'd probably give a very rational response as to why he's getting it. You guys don't get laid. You don't get laid. You don't get laid.
Show your hair, Connor. Show your hair.
He's trying to get a comb over.
I'm sure his boyfriend will be happy to finally have something to pull.
Moving on. Sir Arthur Dane, which is Brian King.
Is he trying to grow it back out, right? So that he gets the
Yeah.
fucking dreadlocks again and they have to be cut out when he has his fight against the YouTube guy.
Oh,
like
yeah,
against
the
Cloddy.
Love More and Do fight. Yeah.
No.
Love a good haircut in between fights. Stephen Connor enjoyed the DAZN Spain card that none of us watched, and we haven't covered on the show. Stephen Connor says last night was one hell of a night's boxing. We'll take your word for it, Stephen. We will take your word for it.
Fuck off.
Baron Bedsores talking about David Hay, who is calling out Tyson Fury. If any broadcaster goes near this, hang your head in shame. #boxing has already gone to the dogs, and twats like David Hay have had their conkers out of the game. It's absolutely disgraceful, Rob, what the boxing public has served up.
Well,
he's outraged these days, by the way, David Hay. Just think about that.
Listen, we don't need fucking Fury having to give sound bites about any other fighters, right? He's got a queue of fighters that he has to give sound bites about already. We don't need to add David Hay into this mix. And I said this before. Actually, for some reason, this is how bad boxing is at the moment. For some reason, last week or something, I decided to watch the fucking post-fight press conference from Vitaly Chisora again, just for the part where Bonte tells David Hay to go away, David. You're a salesman. You're a salesman, David. Please remove him from the building immediately. He's a salesman.
Coogan's pal.
Yeah, and he said last night. He says, yeah, Coogan's pal. Yeah, Coogie, even Coogs. And he said last night, yeah, look, I'm Tyson Fury's kryptonite. I am Tyson Fury's kryptonite. He knows what I can do to him. I only showed the left jab tonight against Joe Fournier. Only showed the left jab tonight because I didn't want to show, I didn't want to scare Tyson Fury off, but he knows. So let's make it, man. You know what I mean? That's what you need. I know what you need to make. And I've a feeling
never mind Sir Arthur Dane, by the way. It's fucking Sir Arthur Daly for David Hayes need to get fucking named there.
I could be so good to you. I'm feeling there's a better fight out there for David Hay, and it is one of the Furies. And I have a feeling I know somebody that could help out with the promotion. So if you need to talk, David, give me a shout. All you have to do is turn up, and we'll be able to get an opponent for you against the big Gypsy King's father, John Fury, because that's what's going to happen here. Call me a psychic, but something tells me that John Fury is going to be on an IFL interview, and not Nostradamus or anything, but I think John Fury is going to be giving sound bites about David Hay all week now, isn't he? Like in the run up to the fucking Fury Wilder fight. So
let's go, David.
John Fury versus David Hay coming soon.
I'm a fighting man. Let's have a fight.
Hey, Maddie, get fucking John Fury to a weekly segment.
No.
You fucking cook up a draw there, bro.
I think that John might be willing to do it if Katie is willing to continue fulfilling her obligations.
By the end of the boxing asylum, it's just going to be, if in the future of boxing asylum is just going to be a 10-minute show every week with a fucking panel of impressionists doing fucking John Fury, Katie Taylor, Paulie Malignaggi,
we think the Bob Aaron from
the Hater.
Oh yeah, the Kell Brook guy. Some guy used to do. He come on one show ever, didn't he? Did a brilliant Kell Brook impression. Could never get him back again. It was a post-fight pod, Andy, about 5 years ago.
Oh, it was years ago, mate. It was fucking tremendous. So it was brilliant, and he just like left. It's just like he'd never been.
Sean Rigby, you called him. Couldn't find him again. Yeah.
He came, he arrived, he left, fuck shit up, and then he left again. That was it.
Oh dear, there we go, David Hay. The Motor City Cobras nominated Benjamin Haas. Oh, this is right up your street, Rob. In light of last night, Holyfield was always overrated. He was fortunate to come up at a time when the heavyweight division was incredibly weak.
Wow.
The 90s, yeah, it was. Everybody looks back at that as a kind of a weak time in heavyweight boxing, all right. It's kind of unanimously agreed. Sake, man. If Evander Holyfield was overrated, was he? Yeah. All right, man.
This is why Twitter should be struck from the face of the fucking earth, because people like that have opinions, like any opinion whatsoever. Can you imagine someone like Benjamin Haas having a good take on anything from boxing to politics to economics? No. I'm sure if you go through his entire feed, it's just a bunch of drivel. The guy's probably got an IQ of 60, and he's lucky if he wipes his ass correctly on any given day.
His name is B. Haas TSD, so TSD, PhD.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's bad. We've been doing this too long.
Tiny scrotum disorder.
Traumatic sexual disease.
Here he is, the main man himself.
Oh, play it, please play it.
I haven't got the clip, Andy, unfortunately. I've only got the thing. Oh, no, I haven't got it.
I'll
Go on.
retweet it now. I'll retweet it now. On you go, mate. I'll retweet it.
I should have cut it. I have cut the one you just sent me, actually, but if you can get it to me in time, I might be able to cut it for the end. But anyway, yeah, John Fury was being interviewed. He said, I haven't been near Tyson because of COVID. I spoke to him on the phone and we don't want anything to jeopardise the fight. 6 minutes later, Tyson walks past him behind him. David Allman nominated. If you send it to me, Andy, I'll try and do it.
I just sent it there, mate. I just wanted to chat there, but it was tremendous, man. It literally just, as he said it, like within 10 seconds or just maybe slightly less than that, Tyson appears with the mask on. I'm like,
it's been alleged before that John Fury and Tyson Fury sometimes don't tell the truth. I don't know where they're getting that out of.
You talk about that truth too, though. That's added truth.
Added truth. That's still going on. The truth too. Right, I'm trying to cut that as we speak then, gentlemen. Let's get on to number 17. Here he is. Mike Holt tweeted out, very excited about a new podcast we've been working on. The first 2 episodes of Tony Bellew is Angry drops on Tuesday with Wayne Rooney and James English. You can listen to the teaser below. Tony Bellew is Angry. Ex-boxing world champ Tony Bellew talks to different people about what makes them angry. And when Tony's in the hot seat, this could go on for a while.
Oh, what? James English is, I like to call him Agent English. That's what I like to call him.
Oh dear,
Jamesy boy.
I hope we make Tony angry.
No, you don't want to make Tony angry. He has plenty
Don't
of
make me
opinions.
angry, mates. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Tony Bellew is angry. For fuck's sake, I can't wait for this, man. Fuck the boxing schedule. I can't wait for Tony Bellew.
Yeah.
Joe really grinds my gears, mate. Pedos and ISIS.
Drug chase.
Especially pedos in ISIS.
fucking drug chase, mate. Fucking drug chase. I'd hang every fucking one of them.
Drug cheats, pedos, ISIS. That's the first 3 episodes. Right there for you. Kenny Dalglish, mate.
Yeah, our Prime Minister, mate.
Kenny Dalglish.
Kenny Dalglish.
I hate people who are homophobic, mate, and I don't like Kenny Dalglish either. So, on the first episode of Tony Bellew,
raging and rapping Rob Kelly. What are you talking about, mate?
On the first episode of Tony Bellew is Angry, he's going to be giving an interview, sitting in a chair, talking about how he despises homophobia and he wants nothing to do with anybody who's homophobic. And then 6 minutes in, his wife just walks past him.
You fucking. Woo! Anthony, sorry, it's not Tony. It's Anthony.
Anthony, sorry.
People be known in these parts to Anthony.
It's rapidly uploaded. World Boxing Council, WBC, nominated by Colin Simpson. Joe Laws, the Benwell bomber, is a great British prospect, says the WBC. We shall take your word for that one. Arthur Dane retweeting Steve Bunce back from 2015. Billy Joe Saunders is a sex god, says Steve Bunce. Where that came from.
Billy Wood Saunders, I take it. Fucking Buncey. What is going on, mate?
I was just going to point out, you've been nominated.
No, better not play that again.
He's another one, by the way. He's an embarrassment to the fucking sport sometimes. So honestly, his comments in the last week or so have been absolute. Oh, fuck me. Fucking Buncey, man.
Oh, I wonder if we'll get a mention, Andy, on Tony Bellew's Angry. See them podcasts.
See them podcasts, mate.
Carrot, mates.
There's Jim English here. There's Jim English who's got a podcast now, right? Saying, yeah, mate. I totally know what you're talking about, mate. Yeah, mate. By the way.
Good thing is, though, Andy, Tony has changed his tune lately. Remember, he said that we weren't allowed to say anything. Let me tell you now, he's saying something different.
Obviously, love the sport. I love football. Yeah. We're all entitled to an opinion. Of course. And no one's just going to be right until the fight happens on the night. I hear it.
We're all entitled to an opinion now.
Yeah, exactly, mate. That's what I'm saying. So, unless you've been there, mates, you know, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Your podcast ain't worth a fucking carrot, mate.
Right.
Remember when they iced that Liverpool goalkeeper in the European Cup final? He should retire, mate. Karius, he should retire, mate. He's pretty much been retired in the last. I think he got punted to Turkey or something like that.
If he really wanted to fucking find out how to be left alone and be a disappearing man, all he had to do was fucking send Billy Joe a fucking text. So you haven't fucking seen a fucking thing from him since he got beat by Canelo. Disappeared at the fucking air, man.
No, mate, he says he'll come back for the right amount of money if he fights Chris Eubank Jr.
you see, that's never happening either. Fuck that fight.
I mean,
It's
that's
not
another
happening.
thriller fight, that one, isn't it? In about 10 years' time.
Yeah, every week before he was talking prostitutes, he was fucking everywhere, man. Haven't seen a fucking lick from Billy Joe Saunders. Haven't seen a thing, no dropping off bottles in NHS, nothing. Not a thing.
Probably had to hooker Jack some money.
He's enjoying himself out there. Last one I've got here, boys. It's fight week. Leharaga Sharat, and I think he was promoting the Hrgovic card as well. Eddie Hearn says doubled his own fight week. We are in Austria on Friday night. Dalton Smith says let's go with hands. Alan the Savage Babbage jumps in. Sorry, Eddie, but the main event is shit, even for the cube. I'm starting to warm to this guy.
Babbage.
That's the most savage Babbage has ever actually been.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Exactly. Even put a couple of ship emojis in there as well for good measure. So he's coming to the dark side. Resistance. Hashtag.
Get him on the Bellew of the Week with us. Right, first of all, any context to the Bob Arum clip he sent me on there? Should just go ahead and play it and let the listeners listen for themselves.
Play it in the room, mate. I'm maybe able to add some context. I've got a few tabs opened up here from my Bellews and that, mate. It's just outrageous what I've got. It's just fucking, honestly.
No worries. I've got John Fury coming next. Let's hear from Bob Arum first of all.
All Coppins thinks journalism is to get scoops and to scoop Dan Raphael by 5 minutes. I mean, that's not journalism. That's nonsense.
Right, so I think what he was talking about there is Coppinger came out with a story on the drug testing situation with Valdez, and basically for the off, he kind of fucked it up when he's reporting, for what I can recall. I think he got exactly. So he got some of the reporting wrong. So yeah, so I think Bob Arms just come out there and had a go at Coppinger. I think a few others have kind of come out there recently as well, had a go at him. So that's all good for me. All day, all Mr. Sources.
Working for ESPN.
In fairness, it's Raphael is looking for the scoops in the wrong place. He's at the fucking ice cream stand.
Ice cream scoops.
He's looking for hot dogs, bitches.
Love it. With his never-ending sentences. Right, yes, let's get on to John Fury. Mentioned earlier.
Oh, John Fury. Here we go.
Here's John.
Correction. No, I'm not around him. Okay. The COVID thing. You know, I speak to him on the telephone. He's got the main man round him he needs, Sugar Hill Stewart. You know, he doesn't need me. He don't need his brothers. We're there for moral support. But you know what? We've had to keep away from the camp because of COVID reasons. And Tyson, he wants to get out on the 9th of October and he don't want anything jeopardising it at all, you know. So he's in good hands with Sugar. We speak on the phone, you know, and that's good enough for me. And me not being there to guide him properly, I think it comes.
Oh my God.
Said with a straight face as well, dead straight face. Fucking hell.
I'm a fighting man.
Don't let the truth get in the way of a good story.
Thor.
Holy shit.
Brilliant. That's fucking brilliant, man. How can he say that? Like, I don't talk to him. I definitely don't talk to him. I only ever talk to him on the phone. I Skype him, but I never, ever have fit. How you da?
I'm glad I played that one. Right, that's all the ones that I've got. Let's just get rid of Mr. Babbitt, as funny as he is. Andy, I believe you have a few tabs open, ready to pounce.
Oh, aye. Here we go. Coogan Cassius. Upon the news that David Hay calls out Tyson Fury, he goes away into the internet, gets a picture of Tyson Fury and David Hay standing at the press conference for the Manchester Arena fight back in September, whenever it was. Just take my money already. So Coog's ready to hand over that hard-earned cash, mates. You know.
Jesus Christ. Was Rita Ora on that Triller card last night? Oh, for the concert card.
Oh, mate, I didn't want to go there, like, you know, but would you?
Jeez, come here. Would I? No, I'd probably just fucking do a Katie Taylor impression instead on the pod that night. Busy. Sorry, I love Busy.
I actually need to update the laminate list actually on top of that one. Matchroom Boxing Twitter account coming out saying the Spanish, this is Eddie Hearn by the way, quoting this, Spanish boxing is on a high, a real high, right? Leharaga against whoever the guy was, right? This was the same guy that says that fucking DAZN Italy was also riding high. I can barely contain myself anyway, these exciting shows you're putting on just now, mate. Darren Barker, cracking show last night in Barcelona. So I tweeted him, I says, cracking? Question mark. That says, yeah, mate, really enjoyed it. So he must enjoy that all expenses paid trip to Barcelona, catching the last of the summer heat.
I'll always have a soft spot for him because from the time when the poor bastard was called Darren Baker by Michael Buffer before his fight with Sergio Martinez.
We'll never forget.
He never lost. Darren Baker never lost that night.
I thought it was gold. Was it you, Andy, that said? Was it you that said about the Spanish boxing scene? Yeah, they got a young upcoming prospect, Kiko Martinez. He's only 56.
I'm going to bring it up now. I'm going to bring it up just now. So he got David Hay again for calling it Tyson Fury. As he says that Fury be pissing his pants at that one. What else I got here? Donald Trump last night. I don't know if anybody caught the commentary in that, but he was talking about the Duran Bartley fight, but he actually hosted in the hotel held in Atlantic City. It says one fight I loved was Duran Bartley. He says, I don't know if anyone saw it, but it was a real great fight. Right? This is like he's reminding us that he's unearthed this fucking gem that was like fucking fight of the year and comeback of the year for Duran Award, that type thing, and that. Oh man, that guy was full of shit last night.
I was saying though to the boys in in the Patreon WhatsApp group, which you can join if you remember Patreon, Andy, and Donald Trump. Back in the day, we saw him ringside many of the fights, Atlantic City, Trump Plaza. He's not a fly-by-night fight fan. He is a legitimate fight fan who had a hand in putting fights on. I think he wanted to put on Lewis Bowe, or was it Lewis Foreman at one point? He was throwing the money around there, and he was ringside for Jeff Hardy and Dennis Andrews, a fight that we covered as well.
He was good friends with convicted murderer Don King.
Yeah.
There you go. Jeff Fennick as well, he was friends with.
Yeah.
Yep. Australians obviously of questionable moral character.
Couple more here. So I don't know if anybody's seen the kind of riots kicking off in France yesterday, and the protesters going about the vaccine passport. If you didn't see it, I actually retweeted it and that. So that was it was actually quite good to watch because it was stacked. There was hundreds of bodies there. There was punches getting thrown. And that. I thought it was the best action seen all weekend around the fucking DAZN shows. So that's what you talk about a stacked card, Eddie. That's what you want, a stacked card, mate. Also,
Matchroom France is really fucking taking off.
Best card in France all weekend, Andy, rather than all mediocre.
Mate. Oh, mate, brilliant. But I'm going to up it.
Mediocre, best name ever.
Mediocre.
Absolutely brilliant.
Brilliant, mate. Going to copyright that one. Copyright that one, mate. But did anybody catch the riots West Brom against Millwall yesterday?
No, I didn't see that.
No, so basically, both tribes are behind the fence, right? So Millwall's trying to break through the fucking fence, and the fence is obviously kind of like it's open, but it's also no fully open. So they're getting through in dribs and drabs, and West Brom's just waiting there to kick fuck out of them. So, but the thing is, you will actually see more fucking bottles getting thrown in fucking punches, and that just because there's a bit of fucking boxing context. And one more, the great man. Maybe Billy Joe Saunders might want to fight him on the opponent's release. Artvil Kursidze is announced his early release from US prison.
Yes, that's going to happen, that fight.
It's got to happen, mate. I'm telling you, I'm bang up for that one. Can you imagine Kursidze I actually read an article about him in prison talking about he's had some issues and that, some attempts on his life and that, but apparently he's been working out like a fucking monster, man. Can you imagine the gear that they get in the prisons? The fucking HGH, the Gorilla Come, the Tricepipate, the fucking EPO. He'll come out there look like fucking next generation Hulk Hogan, fucking Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield running it. This guy is going to be jacked to the gills, man. You see him as well. He's fucking huge.
The Kurdside case was an interesting one. It was like one of the missions off Grand Theft Auto. When the character was from the Balkans. It was like that one. Like,
so this should fit right in there with that.
Somewhere in between that and Hostel, I guess.
Kurdside was cutting out 14 pounds of heroin, nice and easy. Back in the day.
And finally, for me, Steve, the WBC for the statement of summary. Upon Oscar Valdez testing positive. So he, just to remind everybody, the BBC sanctioned the fight. Valdez will take numerous tests over 6 months. He will enroll in a weight management, hydration and nutrition program. Valdez will also be on 12 months probation, and upon completion of all the said above, he will then become a WBC clean program ambassador. Ram it right up your fucking jacksy. But I'm going for Old Man Fury this week.
Yeah, he's a front runner, isn't he? Matty, any nominations from you?
I was going to throw up Hay for thinking he can beat Fury, but other than that, I got nothing.
Any from you, Rob?
Roberto.
Yeah, I put one in the chat on this, Steve. A link to a Twitter. I don't know if you can put it up, but if you can't do the visual, it's not going to be worth it. Like,
I've logged
I don't know
out
if
of
it's as
Twitter now.
easy. All right, okay. No, it was It's no point talking about it. We
My,
say
the
just
Maya Jama.
yeah, it was the Maya Jama one. Yeah, the Daily Mail said. Hold on, I'll read it out there. Fuck it, the listeners could
News
go. I'm
just
sure.
on women have boobs. Will you ever stop acting like you've never seen a cleavage before? But she's got them well squashed up there, though, eh?
Yeah, because the Daily
Very
Express had
busty.
said put on a very busty display on the NTA's red carpet as she pours the curves into her corset. I think maybe Perry PepsiCo wrote this fucking headline for the Daily Express. Him that was writing the fucking romance novel for Ebony Bridges a few weeks back. So Maya clapped back and she said, "News just in: women have boobs."
By a
Capital
clap
letter. Will you ever stop acting like you've never seen a cleavage before? But in fairness, like, you might act like that. And speaking of laminated lists, as Andy says, laminated being the operative. Yeah, not really a Bellew.
I like to deliver for the listeners, Rob. So I've gone online. Gone online, boys. And there we are. I've just cut it right there.
There you go. Now look at that for the listeners. So it's not all fucking negative.
That's for our audio listeners during the week.
That is
that is positive.
That's
thing
straight
you'll see
up
this week.
wonderful.
Most positive thing you'll see this week.
That's way better than like what I dyslexically thought when I first saw her name. When I saw Maya Jama, I thought it was actually this voodoo priestess I used to know named Mama Jaya, and she didn't look like that.
She could do some kind of magic, I tell you. Yeah.
Finger magic.
So yeah, maybe we just do Maya Jama Asylum. Maya Jama Asylum. Patreon subscribers want to fucking.
I mean, those things are stuffed in there like people in a Palestinian ghetto.
Hey, come on.
I thought she was just trying to fucking smuggle Right Said Fred into the award show when I saw her for the first time. Too sexy for the asylum.
Right Said Fred and the never-ending story, Rob. Our younger listeners are going to disappear again.
Yeah, fuck them. Yeah, so we could say about the Patreon.
All fucking pay-per-views, they can't.
If you want us to do another spin-off show, me and Andy, we could do a weekly Maya Jama fucking rundown if you want to. Like, you never know, we might get a Rita Ora in there as well.
We'll
Maya Jama Asylum on our own time. Yeah, it could be very quick.
This week in Maya.
Right. Is that all yours, Rob? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, then, Bellew, the week 440. Andy, you are going for the main man himself, Big John Fury.
Big John Truth Fury, yep.
The Truth Tour is well and truly up and kicking. I am also going for John Fury. That's 2, Matty. Who are you going for?
Who is that? What was the name of that cunt that was talking about Holyfield being overrated?
You have to narrow it down. That was Benjamin Haas.
Yeah, Benjamin Haas. Yeah, he gets it this week. That dumb son of a bitch.
There he is, yeah. Holyfield always was overrated. He was fortunate to come up at a time when the heavyweight division was incredibly weak, says Benjamin Haas. That B Haas TSD, if you want to give him any grief. That's 2 for John Fury, 1 for Benjamin Haas. It's riding on you, Rob. Who are you going for?
It's gonna be John Fury, like fucking unbelievable. He just fucking walked past him. The interviewers just had no balls either. Who was doing that interview? Like fucking Umar with the nice watch, was it? It was Umar.
Oh, sorry. Wait a minute. IFL started putting up fucking the wee kind of like body montages of themselves in the fucking corner bit of their videos. So you go Coogan with the arms folded, and you go fucking Omar with the watch.
What?
You seen that?
Really? No.
Oh, fuck, I forgot to mention it. Fuck, sorry, Rob, when you go, mate.
But yeah, no, I think the journalist who's given the interview is just as culpable in this, because how has he not said to him, hold on for a second, pal. Just cast your mind back there. 45 seconds. He said he hadn't seen it. He just walked past it. I don't know if you've seen him. It was like an episode of This Is Your Life where you don't think the fucking guest is going to turn up. He just turns up at the end. Like, so your man had no balls for saying it to him either. Like, he should have fucking pulled him on it. Because even, like, I don't give a fuck how intimidating John Fury is. If he tells that much of a lie and your job is to ask questions in boxing, says he hasn't seen his son, doesn't be around him, the sons are only there for moral support, and then he fucking walks out of the room. He just carries on the interview as if nothing fucking happened.
See if that was me.
Gives Travelers a bad name.
I kid you not, I'm not lying to you. See if that was me, I had a double take there, right? To the point where Jonathan with a red bar fucking face or expression to say, what the fuck's just happened there? What's he doing? Are you serious? What? Come on. You think I'm fucking ignorant. It just makes you look like an ignorant prick, though, if you didn't ask that question. Honestly, it does. You just look like a fucking shell.
You have to fucking say, man. He just walked by you there. Hey, Tyson, when was the last time you seen your dad?
Yeah.
Where's your respect, man? Jesus fucking Christ.
Such credibility's in the toilet forever, like, for letting that interview fucking continue after that. Like, unbelievable.
Absolutely shit show. Honestly.
Yeah, it's horrible. You're not going to get, like, as bad a week as we're having for content, you're not going to top that. Like, that is an absolute conquer. That's up there with Bellew of the Year, I think.
I remember years, whenever Carl Frampton fought Luke Jackson in Windsor Park, I went in, me and one of the journalists, young fella, went in quite early to catch the undercard fights, and there was hardly any seats taken at that point. You pretty much sit where you are, and we were looking for our names on the back of the seats on the wee stickers. The young fella comes back and says, I think I'll just sit here for now. There's someone in my seat. Says, who is he? He goes, it's Big John Fury. I'll just wait here, I think, until he's moved. There he was, sitting watching the Isaac Lowe fight.
Oh, fucking pussy.
Boy, John, get out my seat.
Oh, fuck that, man.
Could have maybe asked Isaac Lowe to pass him a note.
Who knows? Ended up with
They go for 10%.
Isaac did get nominated this week as well, but I didn't get the screenshot. Congratulations, John Fury. You are indeed the Bellew of the Week winner for episode 440. We'll maybe keep that to ourselves. Back over to you, Matthew. Thank you.